Do you ever feel like that you are putting on performance of a lifetime just to stay in touch with your friends, your family, your co-workers, your unco-workers, just to fit in? Well, chances are you're not alone. Please follow me on my journey of unmasking 10 traits that I didn't know I did until I found out I had a late diagnosis of autism. So join me on Rolling with the Spectrum. Let's roll the tape. Before we kick on, if you do like this channel, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, your family, co-workers, young co-workers, tell everybody. Let's raise awareness for autism and make this a autistic-friendly world we live in. Okay, this episode is on unmasking. I am a late diagnosed adult in my 40s. I am a dad of an autistic child as well, so I've been living and breathing autism apparently from day one, at least day one of my youngest daughter's life. However, watching a lot of her traits, I can see in myself. Hence, I decided end of last year to get the ball rolling to get diagnosed for autism. Still waiting on the official diagnosis of autism, whether it's level 1, 2, or 3. There will be a, well, it's part of this video series. So at the moment, diagnosed unofficially, icing on the cake in a couple of weeks' time. So stay tuned for that. However, unmasking yourself at a later age, you learn a lot about yourself. You relearn about yourself. I guess it's a neurotypical way, neurotypical version of a midlife crisis, except I like to call mine a midlife reboot, essentially. So my number one trait that I've found that I did a lot of, but only recently found out that it is a trait of autism and masking, especially in going into a social or a work setting like a meeting, whatever you guys call it, even a lunchtime break, that you rehearse the conversations in your head before you go into that situation. The job I'm currently in at the moment, I find myself doing this a lot before going into meetings, talking to other people, and getting my point across to my target audience at work, and even here at home, talking to you guys on all things autism. Number 2, mirroring other people to fit in. So if you find yourself talking to someone and they do a lot of hand gestures where you don't normally, and you find yourself doing the same thing back, that could be a good way to fit in, that you have to do the hand gestures to fit in to talk to this said person. It could be, I don't know, it blows my mind that even, we see it all the time with the mirroring type thing. If you're not a big drinker, but you have to drink to fit in, you don't like beer, they buy you beer, it's like, oh yeah, I'll have a beer and have it with you. You know, there's that end of the spectrum too with mirroring other people. Big experience for me in mirroring is obviously humans have mirror neurons in their brain. So when they see or when they get stimulated by someone, they tend to copy them. Regardless, this could be on a conscious or subconscious level that we may know we're doing it. Good instance, if I come home stressed from work and uptight and need to unwind and the kids are playing up, they feed off me and vice versa. So we can match each other's moods, I guess. So that's one way that mirroring can affect at least myself on this journey of unmasking myself. Another one is forced eye contact. Yes, I can talk to the camera now and focus on where I need to look and who I need to look at. Personally, for me, I can look at people and talk to them and engage with their eyes. I normally find myself looking around here, and then that gets too awkward. I do the old whip away, look beyond them at the picture on the wall, and then I might come back to on this side before I start engaging them again. If you find yourself doing that, that could be a trait of autism as well, or autistic masking also. People pleasing. Who has been there and done that? Yes. This has been a hard one for me to break. I know I haven't actually revealed what I do for work, but I do work with a big team or a small team at certain times, and for me to get them to do what I want to do, I have found myself at times saying the words I need to say just to get them to like me, to do the job I want them to do, instead of just going out there saying, oi, do this. As I get older and learn how it's done properly, I can actually manage myself better in that respect. However, I still at times find myself doing this people pleasing, a lot around family too, just to sort of keep the peace, fit in, and try and be socially normal in front of people. So, which brings me to the next point here, number 5, social hangovers. Recently, this weekend, we've had Anzac Day. It's a big commemorative day for Australia. Obviously, returned servicemen coming back from World War One to Vietnam, Korea, and the Gulf War and Afghanistan that's going on. Big shout out to all the serving members who are watching this and have autistic children. But yeah, so social hangovers, like in a situation at a day like Anzac Day, you go out, watch a ceremony, have a great time, overwhelmed with lots of people, and you come home and you go, that was pretty good, you're still buzzing a bit. Then the next day, like for instance, I went to the A-League after the Anzac Day ceremonies and went out again this afternoon, hence the video's coming out late. And by the time I'd finished doing all these things with friends and family, I just crashed and burned for an hour or so on the couch. The dogs were barking, they were getting hungry. I was late feeding them. I haven't fed myself yet. So yeah, a lot of social, and tomorrow I'll probably wake up tired, although I've had a good rest just because of that social hangover. But yeah, I'm slowly taking a mask off with that too, to let myself be more authentic when I'm out with other people, so I don't get that hangover when I come back from doing what most neurotypical people find easy to do. Another one too is probably rolls in with number 5, but number 6 is sensory overwhelmness. I actually rediscovered myself with this sensory overwhelmness. My last video of unmasking at the races, was that the last video? The video before. Anyway, go back, have a look at it. I done something I don't normally do. I thought I'd try and take the mask off a bit out in public, and I took my loop earplugs out to me when things were starting to get a bit loud. At times where I'll have a couple of drinks, I wanted to have a couple of drinks, and I have started to wear my way back off them again, so I don't get fully addicted to it. But long story short, times when I'd drink in loud noises, I'd get overwhelmed and have just a meltdown and let everything go and attack people and do shit that I shouldn't be doing. This particular day, knew I was going to have a couple of drinks with one of my mates, took the loop earplugs, the ones I could actually have a conversation with, but blocks out the background noise. As soon as I put them in and that noise come down, I could feel my sensory levels just lowering as well, and end up having a really good day out in public. Again, go back to number 5. The next day, a few days after that, the social hangover kicked in, and yeah, I felt worse from that than actually having the 5 or 6 ciders that I had throughout that 6-hour period at the races. So a different, again, this probably kicks in with that sensory overwhelmness and people pleasing and body doubling or mirroring. Is different versions of yourself to fit in. So different scenarios you go into. It probably goes with number 1 too, rehearsing conversations in your head. For instance, I know I do this a lot, which I'm trying not to do, is to just be a different person of myself for certain social situations. I'm sure neurotypical people do this a lot as well. However, I find myself doing this all the time. If I'm going to a sporting event, I'll put my sporting event facade on where I embrace the noise, the culture, the singing, the shouting, watching the game, whatever it may be. Of late, I did go to the NRL doubleheader and I went to the AFL as well. Again, I used my loop earplugs to drown out that background noise to keep me calm throughout the game. Took a fidget toy with me for the first time ever, and I found when I was walking, I could stim with my hand in my pocket and no one knew I was doing it. At work, I've let that go as well, and just have fidgets on my desk now when I'm feeling that sort of being my work self, as opposed to my going to the sporting event self, as opposed to going to see my mum or picking up the kids from the ex's house myself. I'm just trying to be more authentic. Yes, I need to do something to stim when I walk. When I sit there and fidget, I'll have my fidgets on the desk next to me at work or in my hand or whenever I need it, in the car even. So that is a big one for me to unmask there and just try and be more authentic and a better version of myself. Another one is consistently self-monitoring myself like I'm doing now. Am I just talking verbal garbage to you? Is this making sense to you? Am I just talking too much or not enough? Am I slurring my words? Am I mumbling a little bit? You know what I'm trying to get through? Should I say that joke there? Is the joke appropriate to say? Should I say you got nice shoes when someone just shat all over them? Or their partner just died and you go, oh, I hope he gets better soon. Them awkward situations that you're constantly monitoring your own brainwaves in your head going, and you look like the exploding head emoji by the time you finish the conversation with the person or the interaction that you just gone into. That one, I think that's going to be a hard one to sort of unmask because it's something, well, I'm stimming it now, so I don't really care about the stimming side of it with my hands. So that whole self-monitoring thing is a big one that's stuck in my head, that I know that I'm doing it and I know I probably shouldn't be doing it, because if I talk too much I can just suck it up. If I say the wrong thing, it's purely an accident and I probably didn't mean to say it that way or come across that way. So yeah, social awkwardness as well could be underlying issue in that one that I do experience from time to time, just by saying what Peter Griffin goes from here to here, no filter, straight out, boom. What's this one? Oh yeah, looking fine in public, so acting yourself, looking smicko, look at me go, girls. I'm the man sort of thing. Then by the time you've done all your socialising, this sort of hand in hand with your social hangovers, but you just come home and crash on the couch. Or as Blake from Autism Addict puts it, he'd runs out of spoons. As my daughter puts it, she goes into a rainbow zone, and then when she comes home, she needs her quiet time on the couch and relax. I'm starting to notice myself when I'm in public getting overwhelmed, and when I do come home, it's like, kids, go to your rooms, go to the other end of the house, let me sit down on my chair and just breathe for a couple of minutes before you guys come at me again. That crashing at home after being out in public or being in that social setting is a big one that I'm slowly learning now to unmask. As I've been unmasking that one, I've had a little bit more clarity in my head to go, righto, I've just been out in public, I'm physically and emotionally overwhelmed and I've run out of my spoons per se. I need to go sit down on the couch and do some breathing, do some mindfulness tactics that I'm actually working through with psychologist at the moment. So yeah, that's starting to work. And last one is what I've been doing the whole bloody video. Yep, fidgeting. What can I say with that? I've started bringing fidgets to work. Got the band there so I can flick that and stim. Yep. The other day, we were out and I couldn't have anything in my hands to stim, and it's like the scene from Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby doesn't know what to do with his hands, and I pretty much went, what the hell do I do? Unmasking that is a nightmare, so I just let myself go with stimming now and don't care what other people think. And I think that's the biggest thing too, is letting go of this fear about what other people think about you. In all honesty, they don't have to think anything. They can think what they want. Like I said, I'm just trying to be a better version of myself, know who I am as a person, so I can better teach my young one, help my friends, grow this channel, and make this world a more autistic friendlier place, essentially. So yeah, if this video has, if you can relate to this content or what I've said today about my top 10 masking traits that I'm trying to sort of let go of now. If you relate to this, please like, subscribe to the channel. And like I said at the start of the video, tell your friends, your family, your co-workers, your unco-workers, tell everybody, and let's make this world a more neurodivergent, accepting place, please. But like I do in every other video, before I sign off, I got my little catchphrase. So remember, guys, peace, love, and autism, and I'll see you at the next episode. Love yous.